Schwartz. I'm sort of reeling from the energy I know we're all feeling from those powerful words from Lindsay. So thank you, Lindsay, for sharing. And wow. Okay. So we worked together to elect people like Lindsay Sabadosa and like Mindy Dome from Amherst and like Natalie Blay from the Hilltowns and like Jo Comerford from Northampton. And I have the distinct honor of introducing Jo, but before I do, I just want to say when I wrote my first email to the joanne.comerford@masenate.gov, and I got to write Senator Comerford. It was such an awesome feeling, and it's the same feeling when I get to say Representative Sabadosa and Representative Dome and Representative Blay, 4 new women from this region. It is awesome. It is just simply awesome. So I want to have a share in this thrill of this new title given to these 4 women that we gave to them with their leadership. So repeat after me. Representative. Lindsay. Sabadosa. Representative. Mindy. Dome. Representative. Natalie. Blay. Senator. Jo. Comerford. Segue to you, Jo, because Jo's campaign, I have the distinct honor of being her campaign chair, and I know many of you in this space worked so hard for Jo to become our next senator, and we worked in the most grassroots way with the most grassroots-oriented, most among others, grassroots-oriented candidate who comes from the outside, determined to bring us from the outside to the inside, bring our power inside. And we did it with 14,196 write-in votes. That's you. The people, they had to do that to make it happen. We did it. She's here. She's leading us. Thank you, Jo. Welcome.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much, Pamela Schwartz. Thank you, Lindsay Sabadosa. It is great to be your colleague. Mindy Dome is here, Natalie Blay. It is powerful. It feels powerful to stand shoulder to shoulder with women from this region who in 2 weeks, friends, this is the end of our first 2 weeks, we have called on the governor to make an emergency plan to make sure SNAP recipients get their benefits. We have rallied outside of the State House, raising our voices to push Donald Trump to open the government and stop this racist ploy. We have submitted legislation. On Friday, all of us submitted legislation, and it is bold, and it is uncompromising, and it's calling for gender equity, and trans rights, and economic justice, and public transportation, and billions of dollars of new investment in our public schools. We're all of us together are doing that. And I see us. And so, it is apt, and so many people have raised the prophetic words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and it is apt that we are rallying today on the weekend that we celebrate his life and legacy. And Dr. King calls us into this inextricable net of mutuality, which Rachel led us off with, the amazing Rachel. Led us off with, she talked about the word solidarity. Right, so when we're rallying today for gender justice, we're rallying to fight against anti-Semitism, for immigrant rights, against xenophobia, for trans rights. They're all the same struggle. And that is a beautiful struggle, and we can never let ourselves be divided. Never let ourselves think that we can't win all of these struggles together. So that is one powerful lesson that we're taking away from today's march. Another powerful lesson is that Lindsay and Mindy and Natalie and I will be inside the State House working on your behalf every single day, but we need you. We need this movement. We can never forget that what's going to win in this session at the state level is going to be us reaching across to communities and having your powerful energy in the streets, in the State House, on social media, on the phones, every single day, pushing us to make government work on everybody's behalf. That's the promise of this wave as we elect more and more people who are willing to stand up to the powers that be. Oh, the wave, we have to wave, let's wave. So I am honored to be here. I am honored to be your partner. I am honored to stand with Lindsay, Mindy, and Natalie and our fellows in government. There have been 197 women in the history of the Massachusetts State Legislature. 197 women. And 20,000 men. That is the shocking statistic that we are going to change, my friends. We are changing that in Massachusetts. And as we change it for women, let us also change it for people of color, for LGBTQ, for people across differing abilities. That is our task. Let us throw open the doors of the People's House and make it the People's House.